This podcast contains strong language and adult themes from the outset.
Hello, and thanks for listening to Because You Watched, the podcast that comes up with brand new ideas for TV shows and movies. My name's Rory, and I'm a producer. It'll be my job to identify an underexploited video-on-demand category and gather some creative people to brainstorm some ideas. Will we come up with the next big thing? I mean, yeah, sure, why not? Joining me for this episode are actor and writer Georgia Maguire, comedian Odedra, and writer and comedian Micheal Stranney. So yeah, I've picked a category that I think will play to all your guys' strengths. So the category, which is a real category on Netflix, which is Binge-worthy TV Dramas about friendship. It's an enormous category. There's so many shows in there. You've got Russian Doll, you've got Pretty Little Liars, and so much more. Lots of stuff for you guys to research, get to know the genre.
So the genre is actually called Binge-worthy TV Dramas about friendship.
Yep. Binge-worthy TV Dramas about friendship.
Bit of a mouthful.
Bit of a mouthful, yeah. It's quite specific.
Look, if Netflix knows that you like it.
Yes, well, to be fair, I mean, Micheal, what were you watching in that same...
So for my research, I watched a show called Boys Over Flowers, which is a South Korean show set in a prestigious elite high school. It's kind of like, I would say, History Boys meets Saved by the Bell.
Oh, dreamy.
Meets a big pile of elephant dung. It's pretty bad. But so basically the premise is it's set in this elite, prestigious high school where all these rich kids go. And there's a group of four who are like the richest, and they form a gang called F4. And everywhere they go, all these girls are like screaming, and they're like a boy band sort of vibe. But if they put a card in your locker that says F4, that means all the kids are going to bully you.
Oh,
so it starts with this guy opening his locker, he sees the card F4, and then the whole school bully him.
that's mean.
Yeah, and they beat him up and stuff, and then he goes to jump off the school, goes to commit suicide, but then this girl from this poor girl just rocks up with some dry cleaning. And so, genuinely goes, I've got your dry cleaning, don't kill yourself.
Put some clean clothes on first.
Yeah.
Note to self, how to make a new friend.
Then he goes to jump off anyway. She catches him.
Catches him,
yeah. And she's like half his size. And then she gets press attention. She gets scholarship to this school.
She got a scholarship because she caught someone.
She stopped a guy from killing himself.
Oh yeah, if you say it like that, then that's
I think
quite
that's
important.
the best reason.
Like it's catching like a really good way to get a scholarship.
So that's the show I watched.
Well, I watched Glow. And that was for my research, and I really enjoyed it actually. It was about women wrestlers, but it was actually about followed this story of this woman who was actually, what was she doing? She's an actor, and it was just showing her in different auditions and how crap her career was going and stuff like that. So I could relate to that side of things at certain points in my life. A little bit of tits as well, every now and then.
Always
Lovely.
good.
Yeah, so that helps. So then it's not just, just for the ladies to watch. I mean, oh shit, we're going dangerous territory there. But people can watch it.
Free
it's
the
good
nipple.
Stuff. Yeah, free the nipple. Yeah, so it's good stuff. And then, but no, it was really funny. So I did really enjoy it, and I would recommend it.
I watched the Kominsky Method,
which
also is about acting, and I think it's quite hard to sometimes watch. I don't know, you can't really talk about acting without sounding like a wanker. So I went into it thinking, am I going to like this?
Yeah.
Michael Douglas makes me think of 80s films when they swing their little willies around and be annoying. So I didn't go into it with the highest hopes. My God, won me over. It was so good. The relationship between him and his agent and his best mate, amazing. I cried, I laughed. He supports his best friend through the death of his wife. Oh, Micheal.
You fell in love with him.
Won't go that far.
Okay, too far. But
no, it was just, I thought it was really good. And it was the classic, odd couple scenario, and I saw what they were doing. It was brilliant.
Little fun fact, I actually auditioned for the Kominsky.
Very strong fact.
Yeah.
Which role?
I lost out to Michael Douglas.
Oh.
My idea, it's very formal. I'm going to read it out.
Okay.
It's called Cave Love. Okay. When lifelong hermit Dermot Prendergast's mother dies, he is forced out of his off-grid existence in the woods and back into his old life. He rekindles an unlikely friendship with childhood sweetheart and city slicker Morgan Street, who has just lost her high-powered job. So they head back to his solar-powered cave together, Flintstone-style bachelor pad. Thrown together by their extreme circumstances, this woodland lifestyle is a true test of friendship or of love.
Oh, so there's a question there.
Exactly. Can draw that out for as many seasons as you want.
Right, okay, so
So
what?
it's will they, won't they?
Exactly. The
Tim and
classic.
Dawn.
But why would he go back to Morgan Street?
Well, because Morgan's just lost her job and he's in the pits of despair and she is too. So they find friendship in their lows. They got the lows and they join together.
He goes into the city after his mother dies.
Yes, to sort out her affairs.
Sort out her affairs. She's just coming out of a building with her box in hand, just being fired.
Or, potentially the first time that they meet, Morgan is flying high, loving her job, loving her life.
Oh, right, okay.
The next time, she's lost it.
So do you think she's just going back because she's got nothing better going on?
Correct, yeah.
Oh, that is brutal. What's the guy's name again?
Dermot Prendergast.
Prendergast. Lovely name.
Where's that from? Where would he be from?
I was thinking maybe a Chris O'Dowd kind of character. So Chris O'Dowd living in a bachelor cave, it's kind of like a cross between Swiss Family Robinson and the Flintstones. Like he's got, amazing contraptions everywhere.
Yeah.
Like a plunge pool on top of the cave. He's really got it kitted out.
Yeah. So a cave. I don't know if I'm imagining it wrong. So like, I
Just as you imagine.
I feel like the pool would fall off the top of the cave.
Oh, no, 'cause it's very thick rock.
Oh, right. Okay. So when it's not like, it's just
Let
the
the
whole...
set designers worry about that. That's their problem.
Right. Okay. So, and then there's solar panels on this cave as well.
Yeah, so he's got like wind turbines, he's got solar panels, he's got everything.
So he's quite skilled. He's quite handy.
Yeah, he's
generating a lot of power. What's it powering?
Yeah, I was going to say he's only got like Flintstone furniture.
Well, you know how like in the Flintstones they have all like mod cons, but they're just made out of rock.
Yeah.
So he's got that kind of stuff.
I see.
Like a rock TV.
Exactly. Like a rock sink, a rock oven. He's got everything you need.
So is he is he a good guy or is he a bad guy?
Very, very good guy.
Oh, he's a very good
but
guy.
very lonely.
Very lonely.
Not very good at like interacting socially.
Okay, so then when he meets her, they bond over the fact that they're just got nothing going on.
Yeah, that they're
and he's like, "Hey, do you wanna? I've got this really cool cave.
Exactly.
It's got a pool on top.
It's got
solar panels.
A plunge
She's like, what?
pool.
Yeah.
It's got a plunge pool. It's got like Flintstone furniture.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah.
The only catch is they're in bunk beds.
Okay, in bunk beds. Okay.
Yeah.
So and they go back. So they go back to her, his.
Yeah.
And
To live.
Not to. He thinks it's for sex.
No.
No.
He's he wouldn't even.
He wouldn't. He's a decent guy.
He's
a
and
decent
also
guy.
he's hasn't been in touch with any human for a long time.
So maybe
He's got
the
animal friends, but not humans.
Oh, okay. So he's into animals.
So he's learning to be friends again.
Exactly, and she's led this kind of corporate existence. Money,
Money.
Pret every day.
Oh,
Pret
what a
every
bitch.
day. Wow.
Spreadsheet.
Yeah. So
No?
okay. So maybe for her to go back, maybe she's like lost everything. Like doesn't even have a house. Doesn't even have anything.
No.
She's
And
desperate.
She's desperate.
And
She's on the
also,
street.
she's like, I need to rethink my whole existence because everything that I put my heart and soul into has come crumbling down around me.
To get so Dermot
Prendergast.
Prendergast, because he's been a hermit for so long, has he got any weird quirk? Like, does he walk around on all fours?
Does he? I don't think he walks around on all fours, but he kind of grunts.
He grunts? Okay.
Yeah.
We want to like this guy.
Yeah.
So he's
Certainly. We like Kate McKinnon. I was thinking could play her.
Oh.
But no, Morgan like helps him rediscover language, rediscover.
Oh right, so
friendship.
he doesn't even speak.
He's
No, he
forgot
can,
it all
but-
from...
Oh
yeah,
right,
but she's just
he
sort of
like
trying to...
barks at her, like sort of like
Yeah.
pigeon English, but
Yeah.
and wow. So this girl Morgan's given like she's.
feel like she's putting a lot of
She's-
effort in for someone who's like literally just lost everything. Do you not think all that effort? I'm sure it's a good idea. I'm sure it'll translate. But so she's just lost everything. Her life's gone to shit, and now she's moving into the woods, into a cave.
She's
they
taking a real leap of faith with
But
this
they went
guy.
to school together.
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
So they're old friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, they've got their past. I mean, he can talk. It's
He
not
can
like he's
talk.
wearing a loincloth.
He's just lazy.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, but he's just, he finds it much easier to be around squirrels than humans.
Interestingly, what is he wearing?
He's wearing, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Oh, yeah.
He's wearing
Okay,
like a kind of shirt like that.
But
and,
it's
like,
kind of like what rotted off a little bit, so you can see bits.
if you would like.
Which
I mean, I'm only throwing it out there. This is just to sort of keep the female audience engaged. I don't know.
Oh,
You like that kind of stuff, don't you?
yes.
Show
we
a
love
bit of
rotten
cock.
clothes.
You've got us,
seeing
you
bits.
got
I know
our
what these are
number.
like.
Yeah.
So
Got
just
us covered.
to describe for people who may not know Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, there's a lot of very loose clothing, a little bit of cape action, an incredible amount of scarves, and also a lot of studded leather.
Excellent.
He also has a bow and quiver, but I don't know if our guy has that.
100%.
Okay.
I feel like there needs to be something more, of a twist or something. So they go back to the cave, and then
Do they have kids?
what's the motive when they go back to the cave?
Okay, so in my vision,
Yes.
okay, I just see them as getting on, like working the land together, kind of finding out about each other, what makes each other tick, inventing new contraptions, converting the plunge pool into an infinity pool.
How about, right? So she goes, she meets up with this guy, and they're like, "Oh, I haven't seen you since school. Like, what's going on with your life?" and he's like, "Oh, I've got this really cool cave back in the woods. You want to check it out?" And she's like, yeah, I'll come check it out. They go to the cave, so she's no intention of staying there. She goes to this cave, looks around like, well, this guy's weird. But whilst they're there, a nuclear bomb happens.
Oh.
She goes to leave.
High stakes.
Everything's been wiped out, as far
Yeah.
as they know. And now she's stuck with this guy.
Got a bit of an Adam and Eve situation now.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he's like, now she has to go back to the cave and be like, can you help me survive? like she's like a really annoying, weak woman.
Absolutely not.
And he's like,
Absolutely not.
and he's like, oh, go on
Morgan
then.
Street knows what the hell she's doing. She has Pret every day. Have you forgotten that?
Yeah, but she's lost her
She knows how
job.
to
She's like,
so
and the
innovate.
reason she lost her job as well, it's because she's just been really moany. And
Yeah.
she's been in meetings and I was like, for
She's
God's
on a
sake,
period and
calm
she's
down. Yeah.
cunt.
You get it. You get
A
it.
period
Yeah.
little cunt.
Yeah.
And they're
exactly.
like, and they're having a board meeting and they're just like, Morgan, just shut up. Just shut up.
You're always
can
nagging.
can you just pack up your things and go?
This is a bit Michael Douglas 80s version.
And so she's coming, like she realizes she's got no friends. She sees this guy she hasn't seen since school and she's like, maybe he'll be my friend.
Dermot's clearly like super buff.
He's a really together guy. He's got his shit together.
Yeah.
Hundreds of American Express credit cards like,
He's-
dripping off him.
And he just oozes like sex appeal. He's just, control. He's got like,
and then
you want to be with
suddenly
this
her
guy.
clothes fall off.
Yeah.
He's got
and
well, it was, yeah,
nothing to
sure.
do about
Well,
it,
maybe
yeah.
when she comes back into the cave, I'm like,
Yeah.
can you help me survive? And he's like, oh God, not you again. I thought you left.
I like it.
I think it's good to have options.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
I think it's good to have options. I think it's good that we've got this version.
Yeah.
Because to be
And
fair,
then
people
he-
watch
he-
stuff when you piss them off.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, did you hear about that show with Morgan Street and...
Yeah, but
Dermot
Prendergast.
So then he helps her like build up a little. He goes, right, this is what you have to do. This is how you purify water. This is how you chop wood. Right, I'll build you a little shelter. And she's like,
Help me.
she's like, can you stay?
Please, Dermot.
It's like it's like I don't like the dark. It's just,
And then he's
but it's
like,
all
"Oh,
about
here's the
it's about
fire."
him. It's about making Dermot helping her become independent. But he really struggles. He fails at the end. That's the twist.
Did she just pass away? Dead.
Into a pool of her own
I think-
period.
Yeah.
I think she probably she gives up. She's
Yeah,
just
she's like,
I'm
not strong enough.
Dermot's like, right, let's go hike, let's go find civilization. Come on, let's go.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, can you carry me?
My feet hurt.
My feet hurt. He's like,
Take those stilettos off.
yeah, right, give me your things. I'll carry your things, but you're gonna have to walk yourself.
I like this version a lot.
Surprise,
The
surprise.
the brief is about friendship though, and we may need to rewind it a tad so they get on
It's
again.
the
Well,
ups and
I think they
downs of
find
friendship.
another group of friends at the end.
They're a lost cause, so they have to find other friends.
Right.
Yeah.
Brilliant. I thought it was about their friendship. I thought you said everyone else died.
No, but at the end they do find other civilizations.
Oh, I see.
Other group of people who manage to
Who have
survive.
potentially moved on from this backward world that they've created.
Yeah.
So I think we've got Cave Love, and then I think we've got another idea from Stranney. Stranney, do you reckon the title is for this? I know it's not your idea. I know it's just flowing through you. But what do you
Sure.
think?
You're a mere vessel.
I reckon call it Adam and Eve, but on the title you cross out Eve, so it's just Adam. But
Adamant.
yeah,
Adamant.
Adam.
We can do that.
and
Okay.
it's him
Excellent.
rolling his eyes.
And it's what?
Him rolling his eyes. And she's just there like, oh. There's I don't know.
Perfect
With
manicure.
like maybe a speech bubble going, have we any more chocolate? Or something like that. I don't know.
Hello again. Just interrupting for a second to let you know that you can follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook by searching for You Watched Pod, where you'll find additional content, podcast news, and exciting updates on my quest for the next big thing. That's You Watched Pod on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
Right, guys, so here's my idea for a pitch for binge-worthy friendship dramas.
Woo!
Whoa! That's right. Okay, so listen. Mine is about a person called Dave. Dave is in solitary confinement, and all of his friends are imaginary. How good is that? Because the thing is, he's on his own. He doesn't have any friends.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's all in his head. It will look like the whole room is full of people and it's so warm, it's lovely. You're seeing them laugh and he's falling in love and there's kids and it's the best. And every now and then it's like a switch. You just turn it off and you can just see he's like in a straitjacket, just like just on his
my
own.
God.
And then that's when the audience would cry and then you'd flick on the happiness and again and you're like, oh.
So you're trying to turn your audience into a group of bipolar viewers.
Well, no, I'm sort of thinking like, this is true because this is really what's going on. He is
Yeah.
on his own. But I think it's nice to show that, this is what you could have had.
Do we know why he's in the padded cell? Is he like? Is there shit on the walls? Can we put shit on the walls?
Well, I mean,
put
I
shit
feel
on.
like
Yeah, sure.
I was imagining him. He's just in all white. So if you wanted shit to be there, maybe
Okay.
just like a brown stain that's trickled down.
Yeah, something
on his clothes.
something tasteful.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe-
so
yeah.
So already we think, right, well, this guy's
Yeah.
he's not right.
troubled. Well,
He's
he needs a
troubled.
bathroom break, but
Yeah.
clearly he's just not allowed.
And then we go into his sort of psyche,
Mm.
and his visions and his memories. Is he trying to make up for like?
I have a theory.
Oh, sure, okay.
I was
We're ready.
thinking that maybe all the people that he was fantasizing about and dreaming of, like maybe he killed them all.
Right.
Like it was like a massive family Christmas dinner or something, and he just went on a rampage and just killed all his family, like all in different ways.
But maybe we don't find that out until that's the end. That's why we realise he's
Yeah.
in the padded cell. Is it so? You said Christmas. It was like a family get together.
Yeah.
And maybe say he was like the father's retiring from the family business and he's handing it over to the favourite son, and then
Which isn't him.
Which isn't him. And then he goes on a rampage and sort of kills everyone.
Yeah, just kills everyone. But I think maybe I wonder if he's just got a short fuse and you just think you're more scared of him. Maybe like a Shining sort of Jack Nicholson sort of situation where you're thinking, oh God.
Yeah,
he's
like if you say
petrifying.
something like he's really self-conscious about his eyebrows.
Yeah.
And if you say something like, if anyone mentions his eyebrows, he just kicks off.
just loses his
Yeah.
shit.
That's why he's in cell.
And so
one
Baby
eyebrow
out the window.
Yeah.
Too
Yeah.
many. Yeah.
so even if someone was talking to him and go, do you know what? And he's like, what, are you going to say something about my eyebrows? And he's like, no, I was just going to say I went shopping yesterday. He's like, okay, cool. And
Okay.
he's got a really short fuse. He's at his father's like birthday party, retirement party. He's handing
Yeah.
over the business. Say that I don't know what the business is. They run like a button factory.
That's,
Oh, yeah.
That's what
They
we
sell
were
sounds
they,
thinking.
exactly
they
right,
sell
yeah.
buttons.
Yeah.
What kind of buttons?
Like suit buttons, shirt buttons, but it's pretty lucrative. Like I say the factory turns over 175,000 after tax, so it's quite good.
How much?
175,000 after tax. Anyway,
All the spare buttons are throwing us into the world.
So the father's handed over to the favourite son, and this is where the sort of he says, right, I'm gonna kill my dad by smothering him. So his dad's up making a speech, going, thank you everyone for coming. I've really loved working at this budding factory. It's been everything to me, and it's a really proud moment to hand it over to. And then what's his name? We have to give him
Dave.
Dave.
Yeah, we could change it.
Dave. No, Dave. I like Dave. Dave runs up with a pillow and starts like smothering him, but he doesn't quite know how it works. You're meant to like do it when someone's sleeping. Let's say he's knocked the full, and his dad's like, what the hell what are you doing, Dave?
Put that pillow down, Dave.
That pillow down.
Trying to say speech.
Yeah.
I'm interested in why is he so self-conscious about his eyebrows? Like, does anyone have any kind of... Why do you think someone will be so self-conscious about
Have you seen Hook?
I haven't seen Hook.
Yeah.
A classic.
Really
So the Hook eyebrows, I would say, would give you some problems in real life.
Yeah.
Can you just describe them to me?
Very bushy, very long, curled at the top, drooping down slightly into his eyes.
Oof.
So kind
That's no
of
good.
blurring
So
the
has it-
vision,
Yeah.
giving you extra depth. You know, if you're trying to squeeze through a narrow space, making things difficult.
I think he was just really. We just see flashbacks of him being bullied about his eyebrows.
Yeah.
And
For
like
these big hooky eyebrows.
and at school and stuff being bullied, but even his own family would pitch in. Like he'd be
Yeah.
at school and these kids would be like, "You've got weird eyebrows," you know, and throwing stones at him and stuff. And the teachers would be piping in, "God, your eyebrows are so weird, Dave. Sort yourself out."
Do you reckon?
And then he'd be his mum would pick him up and she'd be like, "For God's sake, can you not sit in the back seat where I'm looking in the rear view mirror?
I
can't
can
see
see
your
eyebrows. Can you just
eyebrows are
like,
in the way.
yeah, can you lie on the floor or something, Dave?"
Yeah.
So he's like, you know,
Yeah.
poor
breaks my
guy has
heart.
been.
Well,
you
what
know,
if
Breaks my heart.
what if someone in his family had a tragic accident because his eyebrows were blocking the
They
rear
got
view?
it.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So he's...
Also, I think to make him like really like the family. I think you have to make out the family to root for him. We have to make out that the family were really bad to him growing up, and that's why he. And so let's
Cinderella sort of situation.
yeah. So they put him up in the attic, maybe. So he lived in the attic,
Yeah.
and he was just sort of like scuttling around upstairs, and they'd be like banging the broom, going,
Yeah.
"Can you keep it down?"
Maybe it's
Dave?"
like an adopted child or something, because that's why
Adopted.
everyone else has got normal
Yeah.
eyebrows in the family,
Yeah.
but he's got like maybe the milkman's eyebrows, or like maybe
Yeah.
the mum had like an affair with her brother or something, and that's why he's a
Yeah.
bit weird.
But I like the premise of this. So it starts the guy in the padded cell,
Yeah.
and you don't know why he's there,
Yeah.
and then we go into his memories, and it's visions of this event, a retirement party, a family
Yeah.
event, and we see how that all plays out.
The way he wished it would.
Different versions of events,
Yeah.
and then we keep doing that every episode.
Yeah, and I would like the last shot, just the closing shot of him, you know, being like really crying and, you know, really like sad and stuff. You know, like the end of Castaway, not the end of Castaway, but like when like Tom Hanks is on that beach for like the longest period of time. I think it's like 4 years, or whatever, and he's like got so much hair. So much, and like his hair's really long, his beard's really long. I wonder if he's got now long hair, long beard, and his eyebrows are completely covering his face.
Right.
As a woman who has got giant eyebrows and had absolutely giant eyebrows when I was at school.
Oh, really?
I can relate to Dave.
Yeah.
It can be a real affliction.
Real relatable thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I was a hairy kid, so I mean, I wish I could say it stopped at eyebrows, but
Yeah.
it's
I'm with you
all
now.
over the place. Yeah, the only part of me that's not hairy is my teeth.
And what do we think the title could be for this?
Pluck up, Dave,
Yeah, that's good.
because that's a bit of a thing to do with eyebrows. Maybe you should
I like
pluck
it.
his eyebrows.
Yeah.
Pluck up, Dave.
Plucked up.
Plucked up, because he is fucked up, and he needs to
Yeah.
pluck up.
Plucked
Yeah,
There you
plucked
go.
up.
That is very
Plucked
good.
up.
Okay, cool. So the idea I had to fit into the genre of binge-worthy TV dramas about friendship is called Super High. So what I took from watching Boys Over Flowers was I liked the fact that it was set in a school. I think that is sort of a familiar, nice, sort of rich, fertile ground for a drama. And I thought it would be something like Stranger Things meets, like, what did I put here? Like Stand By Me.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So you have a group of kids, similar to the vibe to this cast of Stranger Things. They go to this high school, and that's it. No, they have there's a headmaster who they don't get on with called Mr. Fuddlesticks, and
That's a cute.
they well, you say that, but he's not. I'll get into this later. So this group of kids sort of bunk off school one afternoon to go camping. And they go to a like an abandoned, restricted government security building, similar to the one in Stranger Things, but has a massive it has a sign on the fence like restricted access. Any trespassers immediately go to prison, no questions asked. One of those signs, but it's sort of rotted off, so they don't see it. And they go in and they set up camp, but where they've set up camp is on a nuclear where they dispose nuclear waste. So when they wake up, they've got
Extra limbs.
Special powers, and they come back to school. But it's not like decent powers, not like all cool. That's really useful. Like one of them has just got a really good sense of smell, and they could walk into your room and smell a fart days after it happened.
Days after.
Days after it happened. And it is awful. Like he just spends his whole time walking around with his nose crinkled up, going, "Oh, who was that?" I was like, "No, it was days ago, Brian. Let it go." And he can't. It's a real
It's more of a
burden.
curse than
It really is.
Really.
Another one is really good at drawing. Not really good at drawing. Just used to be a C sort of grade, and now a B+, and is particularly good at drawing hands. One of them doesn't need to blink anymore.
Yeah.
Just doesn't need to blink.
What stuff goes in their eye?
It just sort of bounces off. I don't know.
That's really good.
And one of them can. One of them's actually a lot faster now. Well, can move a lot faster, but they are wheelchair bound, so you don't actually notice the difference. So they're just a bit faster. So that's the kids.
The difference?
Yeah, because they can still
because he has you can't he's got still
You
got
can go at sprinting speed in a wheelchair.
yeah. So
You
you go
notice.
wow, that's kid's moving pretty fast in a wheelchair, isn't he? But that's it. That you wouldn't be like, whoa.
Not Usain Bolt. More
Not I mean, he would give a Usain Bolt a run for his money in a wheelchair. So
So more DLR rather than National Rail.
Yeah.
Lovely. Have you been preparing that? You're like, I'm going to get it in somehow.
I'll mention speed at some point.
Yeah, I've got that down for a while.
But because they went to this restricted, this government building, they have to keep it secret. They otherwise they face going to federal prison, no questions asked. Right, it's straight away life imprisonment. And it's about their sort of adventures in this school and this headmaster, Mr. Fuddlesticks, who they don't like at all. Everyone else seems to like him, but they see through him. Because basically a bit of a backstory on Mr. Fuddlesticks is...
Invisible.
Well, 10 years ago, the police found...
See through him.
Easy to see through, yeah.
I got it. Yeah, carry on.
10 years ago, police found child porn on his computer.
Oh,
right?
dear.
Yeah. But
Typical.
send him to prison.
Fuddlesticks.
Send him to prison. He's done his time. Okay?
Oh, he has
He's done
done
his time. He's come out. Board of Governors went, look, are we going to judge this guy forever? Let's give him his job back.
Oh.
That's the one job you don't give him back.
But he's convinced him he's been
Dramatic
rehabilitated
license,
because
guys.
he goes around the school. He goes around the school going guys,
Fit, not
no.
fit.
He's a motivation speaker. He goes to the kids. Guys, don't let your past define you. Be who you want to be. And all the parents are like, yeah, this guy's got a good message. And throughout the episode, you'd hear announcements over the tannoy, bing, bing, bing. Guys, just believe in yourselves. Just you can be who you want to be. And everyone's like, yeah. And they all click. They don't clap. They all click.
Oh,
Is that post-nuclear...
No. All the kids, Mr. Fuddlesticks doesn't like clapping, so they all have to click, which is really annoying. So the kids are like, this guy's boring. He's bullshit. Also, they know for a fact that he's got his dead mother's corpse in his house.
Oh,
and
Mr. Fuddlesticks.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So there's a little bit of a creepy Jimmy Savile vibe about him. So he basically he used to live with his mother.
Yeah.
I don't know if any of this would be in this is just for the actor.
Backstory.
Yeah. So he used to live with his he used to live with his mother, and then his mother died, and they had the funeral and everything, but she wasn't in the coffin. He kept her in the house, and now there's like a shrine and stuff to her. In
And
the
her
house.
decomposed remains.
Yeah, I don't. I think
Might
like
have
he
bombed her or something.
How do the kids find out?
Well, one of the kids is delivers pizzas, and one night he delivered a pizza to Mr. Fuddlestick's house, and Mr. Fuddlesticks had his guard down. He was drinking. He opened the door and took the pizza, and this kid seen into the living room and seen his dead mother propped up, watching a rerun of Homes Under the Hammer. And he was like, "What the hell?" And
Who watches reruns of Homes Under the Hammer?
Well, because when she was alive, she loved Homes Under the Hammer, but they can't watch it because it's on when he's at school, so he watches it with her at night time. Yeah. And also they can't prove it, but they're pretty sure that he's sending compromising intelligence to an ISIS terrorist cell in Pakistan.
Wow.
On the dark web, so he's a nasty character. But I don't know. I think the different episodes I jotted a few down. So one could be them. There's a school play, and these kids are auditioning for the school play because they want to impress these girls. Yeah. But the girls then they get into the play, but they find out about their weird superpowers, and so then the kids then kill them. Then there's another one where
there's a lot of murder always involved in your ideas.
Well, you have it's drama. Like you gotta keep the cliffhangers. You gotta. The one episode, a new teacher comes in, like the Dead Poets Society. Like he comes in, he's like a really inspirational, and he gets the kids to open up to write poem. Like previously, they were writing poems about like cats and dogs. He says, "No, give me what's the real you?" And they write poems, and it come out that they are actually got these superpowers. And he's like, "What the hell?" So they kill him because that's what ends. Yeah. One episode, ISIS come to the school, and the kids actually defend the school. Like they set booby traps and stuff, like Home Alone.
They don't have to blink.
Like Home Alone situation.
Like Home Alone style.
Yeah.
In that episode, no one actually dies. ISIS just gets scared off.
Oh, so all these innocent people are dying, but then we can't kill ISIS. What a shame.
I mean, that's just how it worked out, right?
That's just how it worked out.
Yeah, but at least they scared him off. Yeah. So that's good. Bought him some more time.
So I think that it's just it's all the friendship element comes from this group of kids who are just sort of bonded together over their
hatred for
Mr. Fuddlesticks, but also their weird sort of new superpowers.
Interesting.
That aren't really superpowers; they're more sort of inconveniences.
Yeah, more hindrances, aren't they? So, what would if the guy can smell a fart from days before, do you not think he'd smell Mr. Fuddlesticks' dead mum?
Oh no, they know. All the kids know.
Oh, they all know.
Yeah,
they're not going to do anything about that.
Well, the police don't. They keep reporting them to the police, and the police are like, "Get off this guy's back. He's done his time. He served his time. Look, just give him."
So the police are colluding with Fuddlesticks.
Well, they're not colluding with them. They're just like, just give him a break.
I mean, would you ever be in this show yourself? Would you like to have your name show up in the credits for this?
Yeah, who's going to take on the role of Fuddlesticks?
Like executive producer.
Who's going to take on Fuddlesticks?
I don't know. You need someone like that's warm and likable.
Yeah. Like who would you go for? Is anyone in mind?
Ryan Gosling.
Well,
or the guy in the American Office, John Krasinski. The teen.
Love him.
Yeah.
Rory's just checking it up so we can see his face.
He's
What's his name again? John Krasinski.
He's very.
Of course, the most likable man in the universe.
Yeah, he's perfect for that.
He's perfect.
What, he'd be Mr. Fuddlesticks?
Sure, if he's open to it.
No, that would ruin his career. It would ruin his whole life.
No offence.
No offence. I mean, this is a great idea.
We don't have to go.
Fuddlesticks.
We don't have to go into the. This is literally, like I said. This would be like I'll be sitting down with the actor and going, look, just give you a little backstory in the character so you can get your sort of teeth into it. He's got this kind of fucked up relationship with his dead mum, and he's.
Do you think ever has anything going on with his mum?
Well, that was the first thing that crossed my mind.
I don't know.
Surely.
I don't know. Well, we sort of leave that hanging in the air. It gives him a little sort of mystery.
It's implied, yeah.
It's a mystery to him.
Season 2.
Season 2.
Season 2. Fuddlesticks and his mum.
It's a great idea, Georgia. Do you have anything you want to add to his idea, maybe?
I would like to put myself forward for the mother role. The decomposing body.
Okay.
I think
It's a non-speaking part.
That's fine.
Okay.
I don't mind.
Non-speaking part. So she doesn't even speak at the beginning before she dies.
Oh, she's just dead all the way through, isn't she?
Well, we might see some flashbacks. Of,
Okay,
them sort of
that'd be
living
good, because
together.
then at least she can maybe...
But in the flashback, she doesn't speak.
I don't think, Rory, I don't think I can add anything to this.
No, that's fine.
I think, I mean, I think it's perfect the way it is.
So
You're just really talented.
It's quite. I know it's quite dark.
No.
It's a little bit, but we sort of keep it.
Dark?
We
PG.
keep it like.
Yeah, this is nothing for me.
Keep it sort of like light and frothy,
Yeah. Krasinski at the helm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, what kind of booby traps would the kids be doing when ISIS pop up in episode 3 or
Well,
whatever
not
it was?
blinking is creepy enough. They just
Yeah,
have to look
what
at
is the
them.
non-blinking one?
Just stare at them and
She
they'd run
stares at
away.
people. Yeah.
Yeah, loads of kids that can't blink.
Yeah.
Are we talking like paint and glue with the
Yeah,
nails
like
sticking up?
like maybe sort of like drops like Lego pieces. It like maybe put a sign at the door saying "shoes off, please," shoes and socks off, and puts like
ISIS are just going to take their shoes.
yeah, and you have
socks
like load of Lego pieces on the floor.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, God, ow.
off. That will be binge-worthy.
Yeah, and very dramatic.
Yeah, very dramatic, yeah.
Yep. And the friendship, I assume, is within the group of kids.
Friendship was in the group of kids, yeah. Maybe, in the group of kids, maybe one of the ISIS guys like confides in them and goes, "Yeah, I don't like this. Can I be with you? Can I be friends with
That's
you?"
nice.
Maybe that's open to. Maybe that's the tagline. Super high. Don't let your past define you.
But the only thing is, like, he's not Mr. Fuddlesticks has not just got a bad past, he's also got his dead mum in his living room.
Yeah, but is that a criminal offence? I don't know. Is it?
Yeah,
Is
in
it?
a court of law.
Yeah, I think it is actually.
Kind
When you
of
say it like that, it is.
Yeah.
So to recap all the ideas, and let's discuss how well we think that they'll fit into the category that we've given ourselves. We have Nim's idea,
Yes.
Plucked Up.
Oh, yeah.
Tagline, Don't Pluck with Dave.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. This is a story about Dave in solitary confinement, imagining memories or imagined situations of him and other people. Hates his eyebrows because of tragic past.
Yeah. It's a
And-
strong story, I think.
Yeah, and we're left to decide: is he right to be in here? Is he not right to be in here?
what's the
What's the
audience?
story? What do we think, guys? Binge-worthy TV dramas about friendship. Do we think that ticks all the boxes?
Hell yes.
Yeah, I'd
think
watch
it's-
that. I think it's
Yes.
good.
Thanks. I think it's a
Strong.
really strong contender there. Thank you.
Yeah, I think that's great. Next up, we've got George's Cave Love, which is Dermot Prendergast,
Very good.
who goes into the city to take care of his mum's affairs, and he meets Morgan Street, an old school friend. They live together in a solar-powered cave, and they grow together to learn to appreciate each other's way of life and teach each other many things and stuff along the way. There's another version of this idea.
Oh, I was going
Yeah,
to say,
I'm
it
very
doesn't sound very needy in that.
No, there's another version of this idea as well, which, like you can have too many good ideas.
Sure.
Yeah.
And so I think we should save that. Maybe in another episode we might need an idea.
One for your little wank bank.
Right, okay.
We can bring that
Wow,
one back.
okay.
It's always good to have just one in the bank.
Sure.
Lovely.
Yeah. So that one. What do we think?
I think it's good. I really do like it. I find it very interesting, and I like that you're using reusable energies. There's
Yep.
wind turbines, solar power.
Exactly. That definitely says something about right now. I think.
Yeah.
I think in this version, my only struggle is I find Morgan just very 1D. She's just like one dimensional. Just fit like I don't know. I'm only saying, but I think I think there's something in it, but it just needs to
Fleshed out.
out a bit.
Which bit is it? Do you think it's the drama bit that needs fleshed out, or?
It's Morgan's character that's bothered.
Right.
But I don't. I think there's definitely something there.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Is there something the man?
He
Character?
wants it
Yeah,
to be needed.
I like Dermot. Dermot's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
I just push it across the line. I just need something just to click with Morgan. I just
You
need
need
to.
her to be more believable.
Just more believable. I think more. I don't know, but
More
there's
realistic.
more realistic. But like it is good. I think it's a good premise.
Oh,
I quite
thank
like
you.
it. Yeah.
Thank you.
And then our final idea is Michael's, which is super high. Let me just do that again. This is really emotional. The final idea is Michael's, which is super high, brackets, don't let your past define you, which is a story of a group of kids who gain superpowers and must defend off various troubles, usually tied to the headmaster, Mr. Fuddlesticks.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
yeah.
What does
that's
everyone
right.
think?
That
How does
makes
that
it
fit?
sound so much more peace, like just
That
like
sounds
more
great,
normal.
yeah.
That is very good
Yeah,
work.
he left out
How
the
did
dead
you do that?
mum and
I mean, this is what I do.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, excellent.
But what do we think? Binge-worthy TV dramas about friendship. How do we think? What does it fit? How does that fit into the genre?
You know what? I hate to say it, but I don't even hate to say it. I think I would watch your show. I like Mr. Fuddlesticks. I like the chaos around it all, but you just never know where it's going to go. And I think that will make people watch it more because it's a bit binge-worthy in the sense that you're like, oh God, he's a paedophile. Oh God, his mum's dead in his room. Oh God, he's now with ISIS. When does this end? There's a lot going on.
Well, I've got to take at least one of these to Netflix.
Okay.
I'm going to vote for Nims. I like the padded cell vibe.
I agree. I'm with you there. I think the padded cell, there's a lot can be done
Excellent.
with
Yeah, and if we wanted to, we could add ISIS and some
that. And
paedophiles.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty
and some
easily.
dead
I like because what I like in yours is the Groundhog Day element of going
I
revisiting
agree.
the same
Yeah.
event.
Excellent. Yeah.
Okay, great. So I'm going to take Plucked Up, Don't Pluck with Dave.
Don't pluck with
Lovely.
Dave.
Oh,
Yeah.
little
Thank
hairy
Fantastic.
Dave.
This episode of Because You Watch featured Georgia Maguire, Odedra, Micheal Stranney, and me, Rory Binks. It was produced by Joe Grace and Martin Trickey.